Hey, this is Bowen, and I'm here to give you a few pieces of advice on playing Family Guy. First piece of advice is what to do about the upper left flipper. So as you know, Family Guy has an upper flipper, a little baby one. And then when the ball whips around that loop, you've got a couple options. And you just saw me do it a couple ways. One is to just flail away and hope it goes around that loop like you saw there. The second way is to just let it go. Don't pretend the flipper isn't there, and chances are pretty good that things will work out okay. So let me show that to you again. Basically, shoot the loop and just let it go. And hopefully, everything works out okay. Try that one more time.
Don't let that cut get on top of you.
It's actually kind of surprising how well that works. It works a lot better than you would expect it to. One more try. So there's a really good way of dealing with that loop. You have to be a little bit chill about it. You can add one piece to that, which is to shove the game a little bit up and to the right as it's coming around the loop. I'll show you what that is. Missed the shot, but I'll get that back around there. That's also a way of handling TV. Just let it bounce over, and the bounce over is a really good tactic on just about any game. So I'm going to try to shoot the spinner here, and as it goes around, I'm going to tap it up and to the right as it comes around the loop. That allows it to come off, and as you saw earlier, one of the balls was coming down and hitting the slingshot. That little tap to the right allows it to come off. So I'll show that to you again. Tap it, grab it. And now I can try to make that shot repeatedly if I need to. So let's go into TV again. The third way of dealing with that upper flipper is to hold the flipper up. So instead of just letting it go, hold the flipper up and watch it bounce off. Boom, wall, bounce, nice and decent control. Again, off the wall on the right, and then it comes to a controlled play. One more try. Round, hold up the flipper off the wall, and then it generally comes pretty controlled down towards the flippers there. So again, that upper flipper on Family Guy, the flipper's partially designed to screw you over. The idea being that you shoot the ball off into that captive ball area or whatever the hell the Stewie is going on there, and you get in trouble. So don't do it. Either don't flip or bang the ball off the wall, and in either case you can get control much more easily than you would otherwise. Now in Family Guy there is a TV Wizard mode, which is accounted by continuing to shoot the spinner and playing through all the modes. So this concept of going through the spinner and continuing to play the modes that way really comes in handy for big scores. But you want to be careful to play at least one or two of the modes out, because TV Wizard's value is based on the number of shots you make in the modes. So it's important not to just time out everything, because you'll end up with a TV Wizard mode that's worth jack. Let's move on to the second piece, which is how to play the Stewie Pinball. Stewie Pinball lights up when you shoot the captive ball enough times. Oh yeah, that's no, don't do that. That's illegal. All right, shut up. So let's show a little bit about how to play Stewie Pinball. First of all, shooting it into the TV and Stewie by a backhand is easier and safer than shooting it forehand. Happens on a lot of games. In fact, every shot on this pinball is easier as a backhand than as a forehand. So the lowest shot, which is the hardest shot probably, is easier to make from the right flipper. This is clearly not a very good round, but there's a shot to lowest that, thank you for not registering. Here's another one.
Hit the impeller of a shrew. 5, 4, 3, 2.
So there's not very much to say about Stewie Pinball. Most Stewie Pinballs on location will not time out like that, like this one does. And basically the idea, if you play one on location, you get to keep that ball going on Stewie until you lose it. So the outside loops are the places to go there. If you continue to shoot the loops, shoot Brian and shoot Chris, you'll never lose the ball up there. And those shots, even though they're not worth very much, you just make as many as you can until, you know, until you're tired of it or until you win a free game. Okay, I'm going to try to get one of these stacks going. A stack is the idea of getting two very valuable features going at the same time. In this case, the two I'm going for are Ipecac, which is running now, and Lard Multi-Ball. And I get Lard Multi-Ball by shooting the captain ball enough times. Unfortunately, I just blew it by accidentally shooting the bumpers instead. So, you won't be seeing that stack. Normally at this point, if I was playing a regular game, I would stop and time this mode out. As it is, I'm out of time anyway. Another good stack is Crazy Chris, which is running now, along with Stewie Pinball. In fact, just about anything with Stewie Pinball is good. It's going to be difficult to complete Stewie Pinball here with how many shots are still required given the time, but it is possible, so let me see if I can do that. The key is to hit Lois early, because then you can spend the time to concentrate on the rest of them. So let's see, Meg, one more shot to Brian. Ah, darn it. So blew that up. Crazy Chris during any multi-ball will be nice and valuable because every shot in this case is worth, I think, 600,000 is my value. The value of Crazy Chris is 200,000 times the number of times you collect Evil Monkey. So Crazy Chris can be anywhere between 200,000 and a million, depending on how many times you successfully shoot Crazy Monkey, Evil Monkey, during the shots leading up to Chris. Again, this is around the Super Griffins, which is probably the least valuable of the rounds. It's a fun round. They're all fun rounds actually this game, but if your goal is to make it to TV Wizard, you might consider stopping at some point and just, you know, just taking your cash and taking it home. If you don't get to TV Wizard, you get nothing. Oh, totally got remember when. Okay, so I'm going to continue to try to get now that I'm close to TV Wizard, I'll definitely be concentrating on that quite a bit more. And I'm going to go right now for one more stack, which is the next mode, Good Old Boys, with Lard Multi-Ball. So it says here well, I don't actually know how many shots I need for Lard Multi-Ball, but I'm going to try to start Good Old Boys by shooting the spinner. Good shot, great shot. The spinner, yes, that would not be the spinner. Family Guy is also a game where post transfers work very well. To do a post transfer, you kind of whap the machine on the side, like just a quick tap, and then try not to lose, like that. That was not an ideal post transfer, but it did end up accomplishing the goal, which was to get it to the left. So hold the flipper up, bounce over, catch. Nice and safe. Try to shoot it again. Get control on the left. Shoot the spinner. Bounce it over. Try to get control again. Got a little lucky there. Now that the shot is lit, I'm gonna try to see how many shots I need for. Ruined it again. Problem with Lard Multi-Ball is anytime you shoot it into the bumpers, the mode changes. So I'm just gonna play out the Good Old Boys round, and then see if I can't get the TV Wizard here. Good Old Boys is especially a good round for letting the ball go past that upper flipper, because you just don't want the ball as out of control, and the spinner pays off. So spinner, let it go, grab it. Spinner, let it it go, grab it. Spinner, and then try to do that as many times as you can before the time runs out. Shots in Good Old Boys are pretty valuable, so it's definitely one worth going for among the modes. And what I didn't notice is I was actually pretty close to doing Stewie Pinball, so I'm going to try to get a last second, try to get a last second go at the Stewie Pinball. Keep bricking it.
Keep your eyes on the ancient mariner's scroll.
Nah, I'm not going to get it. Never mind.
Well, what am I but to call me a biscuit?
No, I will not call you a biscuit.
How do you know about the machine?
Well, that was a little disappointing that I couldn't have gotten more time on the stack, but it looks likely that I'll get this one more shot to Meg to finish off and start Stewie Multi-Ball. During Stewie Multi-Ball, basically the goal is to shoot shots up top and down the bottom, but it's really not worth that many points as far as I can tell. So ideally you want something else going on when you enter Stewie. Otherwise, you're basically just going to flail around and get a few points out of it. So while I still have time on the mode that was running, I'm going to try to make as many mode shots as I can, get that to pay off. I know that mode is going to be ending very shortly. Mode timers seem to stop while a ball's in the bumpers or while balls are being plunged as part of a multi-ball. So there's opportunity, even though the timer was at 0, to continue making shots in this round. Oh, that was cool. The ball came back down and out there. If nothing else is running during Stewie, you want to at least avoid a double drain. That was not a good Stewie multi-ball, but what ended up happening is I got a lot of points out of the corresponding Good Old Boys round. So it was actually a pretty productive round in terms of points. And the other benefit is the more mode shots you make, the better the TV Wizard will be once you start that. But when TV Wizard plays, it's going to give you points according to how many shots you made during each round. It's 30,000 for Good Old Boys, 50,000 for Super Griffins, 30,000 for Chicken Fight, 15,000 for Sexy Party, and 30,000 for Ipecac. This gives you a starting value that then is worth, every shot you make is worth that many points. Oh my god. Well, that was a lousy TV Wizard, but oh well. So, one thing I really like about Family Guy is that TV Wizard isn't just an automatic award. Sometimes you get to a final mode and it's just an automatic payday. TV Wizard, as you can tell from what just happened, is no such mode. And also you notice, how did I lose that ball? I lost the ball by doing exactly what I said I wouldn't do earlier, which was shoot with the upper flipper into the side wall. I did that shot because it's worth a lot of points in Stewie, I'm sorry, in TV Wizard. But in general play, that shot is just pure danger. And you know, you could say that I made a mistake there by actually trying for that shot during TV Wizard. Getting back around to a second TV Wizard is very difficult without any extra balls. With extra balls, it is possible to do it. And I've actually gotten 3 TV Wizards in a game once, but it's not a very exciting strategy. But at this point, if you really were going for TV Wizard, you would just start timing things out, holding the ball during rounds, instead of continuing to take and make shots. And again, you can see what happens. When I fire that upper flipper, the ball is just completely out of control. And in situations where posts are out or tilts are tight, like in tournament play, it's just dangerous every time you make a shot like that. If you shoot with that upper flipper and you don't make that side ramp, you're just in trouble instantly. But if you do that, it comes right back down to you and you're pretty much safe and ready to go. So I highly recommend that, and I know it's kind of a giveaway to tell you to do it, but try it on your own machine. If you have Family Guy local to you, it actually doesn't work on every machine. Some Family Guys won't allow that, or by which I mean you make the shot and instead it puts you into even deeper danger by holding up the flipper. So try it on the one near you, see how it works out.
Can't touch me.
That's pretty much all the advice I have for Family Guy. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Again, use your multi-balls as supports for the other scoring features, especially modes, Good Old Boys, Ipecac, Sexy Party. The other two, Super Griffins and Chicken Fight, tend not to be worth that much by comparison. So if you can stack a multi-ball with, say, Sexy Party, that would be my next goal right now, to try and start Sexy Party and then complete the drop targets that begin part multi-ball. So let's see if I can make that happen. Uh-oh. Ah!
Bad voodoo.
Yeah. Pretty close to a correct death save there, but game over, man. Thanks for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed this. Please let me know if you have questions or other games you'd like to see featured. Take care.